Yes, it's realistic. On the reusable side, we know recycled containers have already been in existence. It's a question of going back to that in some of the packaging. And in the question of recyclable materials or packaging, that is all doable, either mechanically or chemically. And at the end of the day, of course, it's a question of cost and what is the lowest cost. But technically, it's possible, and we are talking about 10 years. So, in fact, that is certainly the objective, and it's possible. Yes, in the single-use plastics, that is going in that direction. In addition, there will be other bans, I believe. Personally, I believe that. One very good example is, in fact, the Egalim law in France, which is an individual EU country taking a position ahead of the EU and the EU legislation to actually ban cutlery and single-use coffee cups in France earlier than will be indicated from that. So there is a very real push towards taking materials, particularly single-use materials, out of the system, and to use the word ban, that is indeed what will happen. Yes, there need to be, from the politicians' point of view, the industry needs to help the politicians understand some of the procedural issues in actually achieving our circular economy. And I give you a very good example. In some public procurement systems in the governments we have in Europe, there is, for instance, a ban on they do not allow recycled material to be used in the products which they purchase. So that, for instance, needs to be changed in the public procurement system so that recycled material can easily enter those types of products. And one of the other things is very important going forward, coming from the politicians, is that the education, the way we educate our children, our younger people, is terribly important, because they will, of course, live in the future, and they will, of course, make the rules in the future. So, yes, that's what they need to pay attention to.